and welcome to Unfiltered Pages, where we get real, and I mean real, about books. But today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about like Booktok and how toxic it can be, but also the good sides of Booktok. We'll do a little bit of a mix. I mean, we're probably going to talk more about the toxic side because I feel like we have a lot to say.
Yeah.
So, but this week, Amy's going to ask the questions.
We'll just jump right in. So would you say that Booktok prioritises popularity over literary quality? So in terms of what's popular, would you say that seems to be more prioritised over well-written books?
I feel like they're popular because they're well-written.
See, I don't know, because some of my favourite books aren't well-written, but they're popular on Booktok.
Okay,
Zodiac Academy is not well-written.
No, I feel like it is. There's just spelling
not to a standard to be considered like a proper like what an influencer would say. They'd say it's not well written.
Oh.
Wait, which book was that?
Zodiac Academy.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, isn't it? It depends entirely on, because I think I read so many books as well that are popular, and I think really, like, there's no way that they've got to be self-published, some of these, surely.
Give me one. I want one. Give it. Zodiac Academy is self-published. They've self-published all their books. Yeah. I don't know if they do now. I don't know if I think they might have.
No, they went with someone now. That's why they're having loads of printing issues as well.
But their books, when they first came, let me show you a true OG Zodiac fan. These are the original books. They're matte, right? And I've had it that long, like all the covers thing. Look at the font.
That is tiny.
No, Abby, you need to show them that last one, what they've just released. Not the 8 one.
Oh yeah, I'll show you that in a minute. Look at the back.
That's a lot of information.
Yeah, and it's on the back of it. It says printed in Great Britain by Amazon. So they were originally with Amazon. But I know that Amazon take a lot of a percentage of how much you earn off your books. Let me show you the last one. Well, this isn't the last one because the 9th one I haven't got because it was 30 quid. I'm not paying 30 British pounds for that book. Not right now anyway. But yeah, this is the last one. I mean, look at that. They cut it off.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was fuming. And look at the size of this bad boy. It's like a fucking dictionary. This next to my head, I've got a massive head.
No, listen.
My head looks small.
I like small font. I read on the smallest font in Kindle, but that is disgusting.
You want to see the font size? You want to see?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The dictionary is not even that small. Literally. Yeah.
Looks like it'd give you a headache to read from that.
No, yeah, I have had headaches reading from that. Don't worry. I've had backache and shoulder ache from that as well. But their new one, Never Keep, which we didn't get a fucking arc of, fuming.
And we tried multiple times.
Honestly, we were fuming. We weren't bitter. We were just trying to get what we deserved.
I was bitter.
Maybe next time.
I can admit it. I can't admit that. But
we were convinced.
No, we had it.
We were like, we've got it. We have done that in like 15 seconds. Nope. No, we didn't.
Email. Honestly, we've been cheated, but yeah, I don't think Zodiac's very popular though.
It's getting popular. Next year, Zodiac Academy is going to be the new pop-off series.
I think so too.
I'm predicting it.
Yeah,
it's very long-winded. That's the only thing.
Not in UK bookstores either. It's only in
yeah.
And there's gonna be. I can just see it now in my brain. I'm gonna walk in Waterstones and Zodiac Academy is just gonna be there.
And I'm gonna have to buy more. I don't have the physical books because I can't justify the price, and they're getting reprinted as well. Yeah, so I want to wait for the reprint ones because they've also got bonus fucking content in there as well. It's never been seen before.
I should get them for free. Anyone who purchased before a certain time should get them for free because when I tell you, I read them before anyone else. I messaged Caroline Peckham on Instagram when she had like 7k followers. She never messaged me back.
I don't know, you can't admit that you were bitter, but you can admit that.
Yeah, I can admit that. And what? I can admit that. Yes. But yeah, I do. I think it depends on the book. I think Fourth Wing deserved the hype it got.
Oh yeah, but that was
100%.
well written, wasn't it? You can tell that she put the effort.
That might be one of the best written books, except Stephanie Garber. I just feel like her writing is so good. We've talked about this so many times. Like, you just understand everything she's saying. And the same with Rebecca Yarros. I just feel like their writing style
just flows.
I'd say the Stephanie Garber ones, though, Once Upon a Broken Heart, I found really easy to follow. Caravel was a bit harder because the written was, it was like really descriptive to the point you would constantly be back and forth trying to, do you know what I mean? Trying to picture it and make it make sense in your head because there was just certain descriptions. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it, with fantasy? Yeah. It's so bloody hard.
I'll
tell you though, just if there's any dark romance gals, Chantal Tessier is very well written as well.
I'll keep that in mind.
She does good writing.
It's on the list. Always on the list.
Yeah.
As it should
right, should we move on to question number 2?
Hit me with it.
Would you say that Booktok influencers promote books for genuine interest or just for sponsorship deals?
They have to, don't they? Like, when you get... See, this was another thing. Like, when you get an arc, you have to review it.
Yeah.
And if you get a book that you don't like, then you still have to review it because you're getting given it for free. I mean, I don't know how many people do that, but I just really wish Carissa would have just given me a copy of the book. I'm going to insert a clip of Carissa replying to me on a live on the Unfiltered podcast.
I have a question right here. You can saw them?
Oh, let's see. Is Rain going to make an appearance in Misha's book? I'll be transparent. He is not in book 3, but
book 4
is in book 4. Yeah.
But I'm gonna put that on because I screamed. Like, she's my all-time favorite now. Like, Sarah J. Maas is moved to the side. Like, Carissa.
Oh.
After seeing her on that, because she's obviously like classed as a Booktok kind of influencer. I mean, she doesn't post much content. But after seeing her on that and the way she approached, for example, like copy-wise, she kept saying, like, I really want to get a Portuguese copy. Like, I don't want to leave anyone out. Any copies that go out in the US go out in the UK and all over Europe. And I just thought, not every author does that.
No, not these days.
The authors who only publish nice special editions from the country they're from. Yeah, Rebecca.
Oh, God, yeah.
I'm talking to you. You're a because don't fucking freak this out, because let me tell you, I had to scour the internet, and I mean scour. Like, you'd think I were a stalker to find Zayden's POV, because I can't get my hands on that book. And you've not released it on your website yet, and it's selfish because everyone else is reading Zayden's POV and I want to read it.
Oh, is this in the copy with the dragons on?
Yeah. And I just think it's really disrespectful because you've got fans all over and you're only doing it in US.
Yeah,
there is a couple of special editions of Fourth Wing that have the POV in.
Yeah, but they're also released in the UK. And I've read them.
Yeah, that's true. Special editions of books from Amsterdam. Wait, no, there'll still be Europe, wouldn't it?
No, they do have special editions in like Germany and stuff, and that's Europe, so...
Oh, fingers crossed.
Yeah, so hopefully they do have some, but this is what I mean. You shouldn't have to go to another country. Like, when I go to America in January, these two are like, please will you pick up special editions? And Jade's like, you've only got to...
I want those fucking Once Upon a Broken Heart ones.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
You know what, Stephanie? You're a bastard for that, because you don't understand that. I'm in love with Caravel, and these two are more in love with Once Upon a Broken Heart, which I do get. But I just, there's a special place in my heart for Caravel. But them special editions, Once Upon a Broken Heart ones, why are they not in the UK?
Yeah. And the shipping prices as well. Like, sorry, no, you can't even ship them, but to ship, it'd just not be worth it.
No.
You might as well just get a fucking plane ticket and fly, like...
The Zodiac ones, they haven't brought them out in the UK. Have you seen them? They got...
Yeah, I'm fuming. I'm actually fuming.
I'd have paid millions, well, obviously I'm not a millionaire, but I'd have paid a lot of money for them books, even to ship them to the UK and have paid a lot of money because that is one of my favourite ever series. But the same cannot be said for Carissa Broadbent because she brings out everything, everywhere.
Have you also noticed as well, though, you have to get them from places like Fairy Loot, which you can only get for a certain amount of people?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
That's another thing that fucks me off. Why is everyone, like, I just feel like some people get put on a fucking pedestal and then they look down at us and like, oh, I've got my special editions, and I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Do you know what that also touches on? Because I actually think they're classed as influencers. Authors.
What, other authors? Or
put on this pedestal, like, for example, I mean, you don't really see much of Sarah J. Maas, but
yeah,
we've seen it firsthand, like when we went to go and see Rebecca Yarros, like they're put on such a pedestal and their team are horrible. They make you feel weird for being a fan. Like, you're allowed to fangirl. Like, and we're not weird, we fangirl. We're not like, oh my God, Rebecca, blah, blah. Like, we just want to say hello. We just want to say we love you. Like, it's not hard.
We're not gonna like harass you, but just be a little bit more considerate of your fans. Like, you wouldn't be anywhere without your fans, and I think it's bad that you treat them like that. Yeah, Rebecca, talk to you again.
Her whole team were horrible. Like, just the way that they approached, and like I wanted to ask about the door, and she says she's not coming back out. I ain't asking about Rebecca when I wasn't even speaking to you. I was speaking to the people that work here, not you. I don't want Rebecca to come back out. I want her to have a good time in Oxford. But then she also needs to realise people have travelled. People have spent a lot of time queuing to see her, and we only got an hour with her.
Spent money, and the questions that were asked weren't really catered to her fans either.
No, in
my personal opinion.
No, they were all from the interviewer.
Because looking back at the other interviewers that she's done, they're so much better questions. They're genuine questions about the characters, about the book, like theories, like shit like that. What we want to talk about, we don't want to talk about how long it takes to write a book. Because then it makes us feel shit that we can't write a book in 2 months.
Yeah. And it's not even just that, like, just shit questions like, how did you feel when the roles were reversed between Dan and Zayden? They were never reversed.
Yeah, no.
There was never a reverse no, you've clearly not read the book, or you're just not the right person to do the interview. Like, listen, when one of our books gets released and we do interviews, you best believe that you two are interviewing me. And I want the works. I want to sign everyone's books. I want to be going round talking to everyone. Everyone gets to ask a question. Like, you in. Everyone is a queen. Like, you are all getting the same treatment. And you do not put, it's like celebs. You don't put them on a pedestal. Like, well, they are, obviously. But it's just money that makes them like that.
Yeah, 100%. I'm a big believer as well. You might be controversial to this, but I don't think you can have a good Booktok platform unless you have money.
No.
What do you mean?
Like, you need money to buy the special editions to make content about them, because special editions are all the rave. You need money to buy the actual physical books. You need money to have that aesthetic to fit. And it's just, it's draining.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah. Because people pay for followers and people pay for views, and how they grow their account, I don't know, because I feel like it's so hard, and it's even harder when you get influencers from Love Island, from people who are already like in another different world to it, come on, and then they just kind of push people to the side. Don't know. Yeah. That is my opinion. Yeah,
I agree with that. Yeah. There is, I don't know, don't get me wrong, there are some genuine content creators out there. There's one, I don't know, I can't remember her name, but I've watched her literally since last year, and she's grown it herself, and she doesn't really do collabs or anything, and she's just like brutally honest. If she doesn't like a book, she'll say, I did not like this book.
I know you mean. I know.
I feel like we need more of that.
Like, short black hair, and she's so funny, and she's hilarious, and I really like her. So, yeah.
And it's hard to be a supportive fan when you said, like, you know, people are just going out and they're in another country, so they get a different edition of something that you loved with all your heart. Or, like you said as well, you can't make content sometimes because you want to have these different versions. You have a vision in your head, but you can't do it because certain things aren't accessible to you. It's just not fair sometimes.
Do you know what I want to touch on? And it's very, very controversial. Well, it's not, but you know, people read fast, right? And I'm not saying they don't have a life, and I'm not saying anything like that. But I've got a full-time job. I have a mortgage. I have things to pay for. I have a dog. Like, I have things that I do. I don't want to have to avoid TikTok so I don't get spoilers for a book because you read 8 hours. Like, it's so hard, and some people don't put like, oh, spoiler alert on it, or like, it's so hard to. And like when Reckless came out, we was like, we can't go on TikTok, and it's like,
So I think a day after it, I think a day after it came out, I didn't even have the physical yet because I was waiting to get paid because again, money's an issue. And it got spoiled for me the day after it was released. I was like, you must what is the point in reading it?
I think some people were even posting about it the day of, weren't they? They were completing the book the same day it come out, and it was like, are you shitting me?
How? Don't get me wrong. I'm a very fast reader when I'm in the mood to read. Yeah. And I can finish a book in a day. I just finished 2. I finished Quicksilver and Madness in 3 days. Mm-hmm. And when I'm in the mood to read, I can't eat a book up fast like that. But I also like to go slow sometimes.
Yeah, and as you should want to enjoy it. It's like when I was reading Serpent, I had to stop reading it because I didn't want it to end.
I was like that with Quicksilver. I was really trying to drag it out, but
same with Zodiac. I was so bad for that with Zodiac because I really didn't want it to end. And we're really controversial that we're not going to ruin it for you, Amy, but we didn't like the ending.
We didn't like the last book. In fact, I think book 8, book 9 weren't it for me.
Yeah, and it's so upsetting because that would have been my top series otherwise. Yeah.
I think books 1 to 5 are elite, like they're up there.
Yeah, they are.
They are tender. Yeah. And they were my first bully romance that I've read as well, I think. And
I think that's another thing as well that authors should keep in mind, though, is how they end a series. Because like you two, Abby's been reading it since the beginning. Sinead, you read it as well, and you were on the same wavelength. Even you two had the same thoughts about these characters. And even knowing some of the things I know, and obviously I'm only on book 5, some of the things I know are going to happen seem really out of place. FYI, considering the sort of characters, and I think
we haven't told her about that. She spoiled it herself.
Yeah, by accident.
Stop doing that, Amy. It's money like novellas and shit like that. Like, I can't tell you how many novellas they brought out, and I know people want to read more of the book. The only novella I have ever read and thought was really, really good was Powerful in the Powerless series. That's the only novella I've ever read and thought that was so worth it. Because you find out a little bit more about other characters that come into the next book. But other than that, I just feel like it's so money grabbing. I mean, I haven't read Scotch Roses, which is...
You know, I was going to say, you need to read Carissa's novellas. They're really good.
I'm going to read that, I think.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
I actually had to read that before I read the Serpent series, because that's what convinced me to actually read them. Yeah.
It's about that general, isn't it, and his newly turned thingy.
Maybe not.
I know, I read the blurb on it, and I'm sure that's who it's about.
No, it's good. Because obviously I struggled to get into Serpent the first time I tried reading it last year, and I really wasn't in it. And then I tried reading it ages ago when I first found it on Kindle. But I couldn't. But then I read the novella, and then when everyone was like, "Oh, we're reading it" and everything, I thought, you know what? I liked the novella. Let me try again. And then that's what made me finally give it a go.
She's bringing out a new book, and I don't know when it's out.
October.
No, you dickhead. I'm not on about fucking...
Oh, the other one.
Yeah, I'm not about Songbird. I'm on about the Vampire Conqueror or whatever it's called.
Yeah. That's soon, isn't it?
It sounds like Serpent, though.
No, I don't think it is Serpent.
No, it's not Serpent. It sounds like Serpent.
I don't think it does.
I'm going to read it out to you because she's just chatting shit.
I am. We're waiting.
Yeah, just waiting on you now. So unprepared.
She was commanded to kill him with a single strike to the heart. She didn't expect her own to betray her. Selena has sacrificed everything for her goddess, her soul, her freedom, her eyes. Life in service to the something, a cult, has turned Selena from orphan street rat to disciplined killer, determined to overthrow tyrannical king.
I see what you mean, but it's not, because she
Obviously,
wasn't
it's
sent
not
to
exactly
kill
the
him.
same, but it
No,
sounds
it's not.
similar.
Yeah, I think I was thinking of something fucking differently, but that just sounds the same.
27th March 2025.
Oh, that's ages away.
Oh yeah, why if I was about now? Did you get that signed one ordered?
Yeah, of course it did. Of course it did. I don't. It's on sale on Amazon, but I was like, mine's literally going to be signed.
I cancelled my Powerless and Fearless to get a signed edition of Quicksilver.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I've really got to read that. You're obsessed.
What do you think about special editions? Because I think sometimes they are money grabbing. My biggest one for that is Fourth Wing. How many has she brought out?
I can't lie, I love all the Fourth Wing ones.
I'll be honest, I don't think I've found one that I'm like, no, I'm not paying my rent, I'm getting that yet. Like, I haven't found one like that.
With Caravel, I feel like I would not pay my mortgage for them.
Well, yeah, did you pre-order those ones from Waterstones?
Well, no, I waited. What happened was, I think I actually was in Waterstones when Sinead texted me, and Sinead said, "Bitch, run." That was all. What? Of the Caravel books on special offer on Amazon, I got them for £50.
Yeah. Oh wow.
They were 90 quid. What I tell you, I didn't even just run. I sprinted.
Yeah.
And I pre-ordered them. So they come out in October or November, I think.
I think it must have been like a 24-hour thing because they shot back up like 2 days after.
Yeah, I know. I was buzzing. So yeah, I've got the Amazon guarantee that they're going to be £55 or something like that.
Do you know what? I'm hoping though, because she's now done the special editions of Caravel with Waterstones, that Once Upon a Broken Heart will be next.
I hope so. Well, she brought out the paperback. She brought out the paperback of the last book.
Yeah, of Curse of True Love or whatever it is.
Because at first you could only get the hardback.
See, I've got the hardback of the last book and the special edition of the paperback of the last book.
Yeah.
See, I like that one. Yeah, I love that.
And it's so pretty.
Yeah, I love that.
I just love it.
To be fair, I can't wait for the collector's edition of Lightlock because it's got fan art. It's got the art in as well of all the characters.
Yeah.
Is that the one on Amazon?
Yeah, I that's end of October as well. I'm so excited for that.
Do you feel that the emphasis on aesthetic appeal or aesthetic, however you say it, so for example, like book covers, doing the aesthetic videos, would you say focusing on that diminishes the focus on the actual content within the books?
Yeah.
Yeah? Why would you say that?
Because I just want to sit and, like, I don't know, have a book here and just chat shit about it. But I can't because you've got to have, like, a very good intro and you've got to have, like, a very nice edition of book. And it's just, like, I just want to hold a book here and just, like, look, this is a good book because this, so read it. But you can't do that. You've got to have, like, a certain appeal and it's just not the one.
Do you?
Really? Yeah.
Are there a different size of Booktok? Because I feel like my Booktok's not like that.
No, we must spend different sides because that all I see are those crisp white sheets with a nice massive like fucking cuddle chair where you read with me for an hour where they've got like fucking big fucking them things Stanley Cup and then you just
you mean the aesthetic background?
Yeah.
I thought you meant of the book. I thought you meant of
you can do either.
Yeah. It's a bit of both for me.
I get what you mean with that. And they've always got to have like 10 bookshelves.
Bookshelves full of books. Yeah.
And flowers and everything and ornaments and
jelly cats.
Yeah.
They have to have jelly cats on the shelves as well. And I'm not paying. I'm sorry, I'm not paying £30 for a tiny house teddy. Absolutely not.
And they make their shelves all aesthetic to the point that I think I could fit so many more books on there instead of trying to make them look all like in a row or have. Do you know what I mean? I think what a waste of book space. What's the point?
I don't know. I like it.
I like it to an extent, but I don't like it where it's something on every shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, have a shelf just for books. Chill.
I like the aesthetic thing though.
I like aesthetic covers.
Yeah, I
like
love
especially.
It just bugs me because it's like unrealistic though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, whose bookshelves stay that clean and tidy?
Like, books are so expensive. I don't even get Kindle Unlimited because it's expensive.
Oh, see, that's my one thing. I never myself have every month.
I get that. Yeah, I can't read on Kindle though anyway.
Why?
I don't know. I get really put off. It feels like it's not a real book.
But you read on your Kindle on the PDF one.
Yeah.
Oh, because I have to.
Well, I don't get you. I really don't get you.
No, it's the tism. I'm sorry.
I race the fucking.
Oh, 2 minutes left. I think not.
I don't fucking think
Listen,
no.
watch, right? Time me.
Yeah, because I will do better.
Yeah, as if I'm gonna let a piece of technology tell me when I'm gonna finish this chapter.
That really pisses me off about you two. We all decide we're gonna read a book together, and then them two finish it before I've even started it, and I'm like, what the actual fuck? Can you not just sit and enjoy the book?
We do.
Yeah. Well, you just have a lot more to do than I do. That's for sure. Both of you.
You have a lot more to do than I do.
I don't want that.
That's unlucky. That's your life.
Yeah, you're shit out of luck there.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but it's so annoying. I'm at work and they're like, oh my god, have you got to chapter 50? I'm like, chapter 50? I'm not even on chapter 1.
Running home, and then I've got like 5 hours to eat it. And I will be reading that.
You just ruin it though, because then you're not taking the book in.
Do you think I want a chance start getting spoiled for me? I'll go back and reread it like in a few days after as well, but
so
I need to know.
I hate that. I hate.
No, it's not.
I've ever done that with is Serpent and Zodiac. To be fair, I rushed them.
And Caravel, though, you were really quick with those. You finished those within days.
I finished them in 3 days. All 3.
I think how can you come at us then? We just have a lot more books that we want to eat.
Yeah.
Put it down. But there's a difference. Like, you have to finish it because you don't want it to be spoiled. I just couldn't put it down.
No, I have to finish
more
it
like that.
because I have to know what happened to Zayden and Violet. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to take time off from work for Onyx Storm.
No, I get it.
I'm going to need time to recover emotionally.
I can't wait. I cannot. Oh, do you know when I sit in deep it? I'm actually scared.
Why?
Oh.
Because
we discussed this. We discussed. Is she bringing 5 or 6 books out?
5, but I think she's gonna push to 6.
The third is the filler. Just know.
I think the third is gonna be all the information on bedding. Personally,
yeah.
I think we're gonna get more of that.
I think 4th is when she'll rescue Zayden, and then I think 5th is gonna be the end battle with them all.
How reliable would you say Booktok reviews are, considering the potential for biased or paid promotions?
Ooh.
I want to go on this one. There's 2 things I want to say here.
Uh-oh.
Number one, if you're an SJM fan, that's fine. Love it. Love that for you. But do not put Throne of Glass on a pedestal above
I don't agree.
above all other books. No, Throne of Glass is the one. Throne of Glass. No, it wasn't the one. It wasn't. It wasn't that good. It was overrated.
I'm not going to take that Throne of Glass blasphemy. I loved it just as much, if not more.
I'm not either.
No,
yeah,
every comment I see is SJM is the best author. Her books are the best thing ever. She invented fantasy, and it's like, no.
Get that though. No,
yeah, I don't agree with that.
Why are you comparing every fantasy book to one author just because she's got like 3 different universes?
Listen,
get a grip.
I'll give you an SJM point of view because I am the biggest Sarah J. Maas fan. I love that woman so much, and the fact she met up with Margot Robbie makes me scream inside, because if Margot Robbie is favourite, that would be it. That would be the one. That would be.
Would you like Feyre then?
Yeah.
I think she'd be Aileen.
She'd
Yeah,
like
she would.
favor
You know
them.
what? She'd make the best Aileen. Margot Robbie would make the best Aileen ever. And oh my god, I love that woman so much. Anyway, I think from that point of view, because I've watched all of Sarah J. Maas's interviews, everything. Sarah J. Maas copied Beauty and the Beast in ACOTAR. Like, she is literally ACOTAR. And I think everyone coming like, oh my god, ACOTAR's so original, like all this, all that. It's amazing and it's written so well, and the book is 11 out of 10. But don't bring that into someone else, because me and Sinead saw a TikTok, and it was like, I've seen a lot of copying in books from Sarah J. Maas.
Yeah.
Like Fourth Wing, we're gonna have to talk about Fourth Wing again. Fourth Wing copies Sarah J. Maas, and I thought, how can you say that? How do you know? No, this is the exact prime example, like Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter. Obviously, Lord of the Rings came out a long time before Harry Potter. There's a lot of similarities in characters. There is. I know you.
Yeah, but
there's a lot of
even different fucking stories, though.
But they're different stories, and every book starts off in a certain way. Do not compare someone else's work to another author's. Like, it's just not. I understand what you're saying, but it's not fair to turn around and say, oh my god, it's definitely copied it. No, say, I think. Like, it's not. Your opinion is not 100%. And would you actually say that to Sarah J. Maas?
Well, we said this on another episode, didn't we? Like you said, Abs, it's hard to have an original idea. Every idea starts from somewhere. Yeah. Someone goes through trauma, something happens. They obviously either end up straight away with that love interest, or they end up with the bad guy and all that. It's the way it goes.
That's
and people can. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? You want that. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's great to have a plot twist, but sometimes you also want that predictability. You want to know that they're going to end up with the villain, or do you know what I mean? Yeah. And sometimes they just give them what they want. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's what. Yeah, that's what ZA did in the last book for me. I think
it was
what gave people what they wanted.
It was too predictable. I think
they shouldn't have done.
We guessed everything. We guessed every single thing. Like, and do you know what annoys me? Another controversial thing in Booktok: characters not being killed off.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Kill big characters off.
The reason why
me not crying in that book, because if I've not cried, I don't want it. I don't want
the reason why I love Fourth Wing is because Liam is dead, and that ripped my heart out. Like, I want
to just ruin that for no one.
Fourth Wing spoiler.
No, after the spoiler. Whoopsies.
I want my heart. I want you to do that. I want the book. I haven't read a book that's had a sad ending where it's not been a happy ever after.
Yeah.
And I want a book like that.
Well, that's the thing. Books that make you cry are cathartic as shit. Like, they genuinely get you feeling everything. And
they hit a different spot.
Yeah, exactly.
You need
like, we just need our hearts to be broken, for God's sake. Like, I was so disappointed in books when they just bring them back. Like, it was easy.
A plot twist and a death. Serpent, honestly, the first Serpent, when I finished it, I had to get the second one straight away. I was like, fuck off. I was like, you have just made me cry. You just give me the biggest plot twist I've ever read. And you think I'm just going to end the book like that. If I'd have had that book and then not had the second one, I genuinely think I'd have quit work, homeless, and just cried myself to sleep every night. That was valid. If that doesn't sell you the book, then I don't know what else will.
That's the reason I always have to have the next copies as well of anything I buy, even if I don't know if I'm going to like it or not, because I can always resell it or return it. Yeah. But if I get through book one and I love it, I'd like to have the option of them there, which is why I'm gutted that Sky Shade doesn't come out till bloody November, because I'm just ready.
Long, though.
It's the week we go to Dam as well. It comes out.
Nobody can read it till we're together.
No, because we've also got Songbird. So which one do we read?
I don't know. I'm more ready for like a Sky Shade than I am Songbird.
No!
Songbir's going to be Misha's book. It's going to be a bit separate.
I really love Misha, though.
Me too.
I don't hate her, but I don't know.
To be fair, Sky Shade's the last book, and she's confirmed that she kills one of them.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
She's confirmed that. She said the only way to end the love triangle is for her to kill one of them.
Oro, I'm sorry. See you later, baby. He's gonna.
But I kind of want it to be Grimm because I feel like everyone's going to expect it to be Oro.
And I did not expect that plot twist.
No.
In Lightlock.
Yeah, that. No, you mean Nightbane? Or both?
Lightlock.
Oh, where she finds out.
I thought
Yeah.
Nightbane. Because I was
Lightlock was like more of a. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, like the ending of Lightlock, I was like, oh, my trust issues have just got worse.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
Wrong author. Fucking hell.
Yeah, because I messaged Sinead. This is a Lightlock spoiler, just so you know. So skip a little bit. Celeste, motherfucker, when I get my hands on you, just know you're gonna be deader than dead because I trusted that bitch from the second I met her outside Isla's bedroom door, and they were like jumping about together. Don't ever do me again.
Oh my god, I hate when they ruin friendship like that as well.
No, because she was texting me. She was like, I love her. She's such a vibe. Like, she's such a good character. I was like, yeah.
You're like, yeah, don't get it. And inside you're like, oh shit.
Oh my god.
The whole way through I was like, oh my god, I love Celeste so much. She's so cute. They're such best friends, and you was just probably sat there like, ha ha.
I really were. I was like, this is what it feels like then.
Yeah, but
Like.
even the guardians of Isla, I wasn't expecting them either. When you found out that they knew about Grimm and all that.
Oh shit, yeah. Leaving.
I didn't expect that. Or for Cleo to join him. I just kept thinking, why is everyone doing this?
The people who said that Isla was whiny in Nightbane, can you blame the girl?
Well, yeah, she fucking had her world turned upside down.
I'm sorry.
Blame the girl.
I'm sorry. Blame her. She's got someone after her, even though it's Grimm, and I know he's good looking, but it don't matter. She don't want to be with him at that time. She got Grimm after her. She don't know what's going on. She's forgot her memories, and she's just randomly finding them in the middle of doing like training sessions with Oro, who she's in love with, and she's having sex dreams about someone else when she's sleeping next to him. Like, give the woman a break, please.
Yeah, and they always say that the female characters are whiny, don't they? Nearly every book, and I always think, I'm fucking whiny on a daily basis. There's not something that doesn't wind me up every day. So, like, when these characters are whining, I'm like, as you fucking should. I'm like, I would.
Yeah. Look at it. Yeah.
Like, I've done it for less. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also think authors should, because people are very touchy about, like, for example, people are very touchy about haunting Adeline, and I get it.
Oh god, yeah.
But I also think, and I'm not saying trauma that deep because that is very far, but I also think that authors should put trauma in. Like Araya, I resonate with that woman so much on every single topic, and it's crazy because you put that in and you make someone feel better for their trauma. You know what I mean? Or like feel like they've not gone through it alone, because you live through the character and you live through it again, but in a different way, where they grow, they heal, all of that kind of thing. And I think people come for people like Haunting Adeline's a massive one, and I do get it to an extent, but I also think it's just a book. You have to separate the two. You can't put real life into the book. Stop that. Made the book, it's fiction. It's not real.
Well, yeah, and that actually brings me on to the next question I was going to say or ask. Do we feel that Booktok fans are so quick to judge the books that everyone else is reading? Because I feel like all I ever see is, when you mention Haunting Adeline, that's the one thing that everyone kicks off about, isn't it? You've got the people who love it, and there will always be people in the comments saying, how can you read this? How can you blah, 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 blah. This is stuff that happens to people. And I think it's fantasy. It is an escape. It isn't reality to a lot of people. And for those who it is, if it offends you, you don't pick it up. You don't read it. It's not, do you know what I mean? And if it is something that's happened to you and you want to read it to cope with it, go ahead. Like, take it back. If that's what you want to do, you do it. But don't be so quick to jump down everyone's throats because you don't like the genre of book they're reading. Dark romance is more popular than ever because it's different. Do you know what I mean? Abby, you good at the corner?
That whole time, I was like, do you know, like when Nikki's rapping and you're like, yeah, that's what I was like.
And Amy's fucking spoken, so I suggest you listen.
I suggest you sit the fuck down, rewind, and re-listen to that because Amy's like the sensible one of our group.
Yeah.
Well,
And
yeah,
if
but
saying that, it means you're all fucking up. So.
Just know, yeah, and I just think everyone in the comment section that's like, oh, it's great, it's this, it's that. I get your point of view, but let someone else have an opinion. Like, people comment on my TikToks like, oh, Ness is this, Ness is that, and I'm like, you're on the wrong side of Booktok, but thank you for your opinion. And then they delete it because they're not getting what they want. They're not getting an argument.
That's my favourite fucking thing to do, especially to you Nesta stands. I love putting
They hate it because people give you hate and then you're just like, right, because you don't react, and that's not what they want. They want you to react. They want a bad opinion of them saying, oh, but it's great and you're allowing this, you're allowing that. No, I'm not. It's fiction. Why are you getting so wrapped up in it? Just let me have my opinion. Like, that's how some people cope with trauma. And like you said, Amy, that is how some people cope. You have to go back through it to understand your emotions, and you look at the character and what they're doing, you think, oh, that's the right thing for me. Is someone going to come for someone who's got a fetish for CNC?
Well,
if you are,
they can't. They shouldn't.
Come for me and watch.
For me as well.
And watch. Listen, I'm not ashamed. I'll be dead honest. The Lord series, which I know you guys haven't read, and Haunting Adeline taught me so much about like sex and shit that I didn't even know. I didn't know CNC was a thing until I started reading.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Really?
I swear to fuck, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
But let people have their like
fetishes.
Their fetishes, everything. Like, I think a foot fetish is weird, but I'm not gonna go and judge someone for it. Like, Hunt, do you think in consent?
Yeah, you're not in the place.
Yeah, like, it's fine. It's not, and I think you don't know why they've got that. You don't know why they want that.
Because they're a whore.
Yeah. And
since when did this become a whorehouse?
Yeah, forever. You shouldn't have to.
You shouldn't have to justify why you like a genre in a book or a trope in a book or why you like this book.
Yeah. And you two like credence, and that is incest as fuck to me. Like, but I'm never gonna sit here and be like, "That's disgusting. I don't want to be friends with you."
I was gonna say you would say it's disgusting, but you're whatever.
I'm not gonna.
But she won't actively engage in an argument with us, is what she's saying.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, I don't care. Like, well, I do, because that's actually disgusting. But just because it's not my thing, like, you don't like Caravel, and what? Like that, and I love it. It's just
I wouldn't quite say they were on the same level.
No, they're not on the same level because it's not her cousin. But
no, to be fair, I love Nico and Bran's book from Legacy of Gods, but it's male, and I know you guys hate it. But that was the first and only male I've ever read, and that was a game changer for me. And it was just such a beautiful book when you like everything comes to light. It's such a nice, touchy little subject as well.
Listen, let me just say that me and Amy do love the LGBTQ plus community, and Sinead made it seem like we don't. We just don't reading that sort of thing, and if that's your bag, that's fine. But we love the LGBTQ plus community.
Yeah, we just can't read it because we can't relate to it. We're not sitting there.
So I just can't get into it. It's just fictional for me to.
They'll read it eventually, though, guys. Don't worry. Abbey loves Nico, so. Nikolai.
Oh no! This bitch said that I am Nikolai, so I had to find out. He's crazy. I'm literally on the first book. And he's saying shit, and I'm like, oh my god, I would literally say that. And then I'm like,
I fucking love that guy so much. He's hilarious. Yeah. And I think I love giving recommendations to books that I know they'll resonate with. Abby's a bit more easier than Amy. I'm still figuring Amy out. But Abby,
you're hard.
She is really, really difficult.
Yeah, but I actually like almost everything. Like, I'm quite like a variety.
But that's difficult.
Like cute romances as well, and you don't.
Yeah, but I'm in one genre. I'm literally
Yeah, you do fantasy, to be fair.
Or dark romance. That's two genres. That is it for me. And it has to be funny and have good smart. That is it. That's all I want.
She doesn't ask for much, does she?
No, I don't ask for much. But my level of banter is different. Like I'm not. I feel like I'm a bit of a weird banter. Like I'm not your usual normal. Like I want someone like really getting on someone's nerves and just winding them the fuck up and saying weird shit. And I just find that funny. I'm just a bit of a weirdo with you.
Yeah, you are.
That's the only part that's quite hard. I will laugh at anything. I will literally laugh at nothing. But there's in a book, it has to be like clever humour. Do you know, like where you feel like you can see the scene in your head? Like
Yeah.
when you apart from my book, Sinead, where you feel like you can see the scene.
That's literally what I've just
that
It's got me fucked up.
It's got me fucked up. That's what I need to see. I need to see them behind closed doors like, you fucking what? I'll have
No,
no.
that is one scene that is stuck in my mind.
Wait till my book comes out, guys. You'll have to see funny.
Yeah, that is honestly, I mean, I don't know how you didn't cackle at that because I was cackling for days. I'm still cackling now.
I don't think she's read that.
She hasn't sent me the finished edition. She keeps going, I've got to change it. I've got to change it. I've got to change it. And it's just like, I've got to change it when I'm off next week. So I'll send it to you after. And I'm like, right, okay. I'm still waiting. It's about a month ago. So I'm
So
just
have you not
okay.
got the full copy?
No, I haven't. Move that hand, you cheeky cow. She is such a little shit.
Yeah, Amy, you've got to read that scene because it's fucking lit. And I know you'll know what I'm talking about as well when you read it.
I'll just send you that scene, Ames, because you can read it and not know what's going on, and it's still funny.
Do Booktok challenges and trends encourage superficial reading habits, such as speed reading, just to be able to join a conversation?
I think so. Do you
Yeah.
know a prime example of that is, right, we've not even told them how we all met. We met on a book club. We're not into book club anymore, but we met because our personalities just really like matched with each other. And then we made a separate group chat, and then ever since we've all just been like besties. Like we're going on. I can't remember when we met. Was it like
We met in the
Start-
romanticy group
Start of the
talking
year, I
about.
think it was like Feb or March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was because it was because my birthday's in Feb, and we all met just before then. So it'll have been end of January. And we've been friends since then, and we're literally going on holiday in November with each other. And everyone's come to my house and stayed over, and we've gone to events together and stuff. It's really good. And in that book group, I feel like I understand people taking days off from work to finish a book. I get that because I did it with Zodiac. I do get it. But at the same time, people are talking about books in the group chat, and they finish them. And I think it gives people unnecessary expectations. Like, I'm not a fast reader. I want to take things in properly. Mm-hmm. And I know you two are fast readers, but you'd never make me feel like, hurry up, like you need to carry on, like finish it. You'd never make me feel like that. Whereas they did.
Yeah, no, I think one thing that gets me with that book group especially was the Goodreads reading goals.
Yeah, that's very toxic. That because
when they post that they've achieved it or met it, I've not met mine. Mine's at 100 and I'm literally like 50 something. I'm like, okay, I don't care.
Yeah.
But when they post it and like, oh my god, so proud of myself. What an achievement. I'm like, it's not though, is it? You've read some books for the sole point of reaching that goal. It's sad. It's not.
Yeah, it's not.
That
I
deep.
read a book for like a month, I don't think, properly, and that's fine.
I have a Goodreads one. I was gonna say I have a Goodreads goal, but mine is more for me, so I can be like, oh look, I've actually hit or do you know what I mean, rather than anything else. But that's just because I've bought so many books and not bloody read them.
Yeah, that's it. I don't remember what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I get that, and I think it's very toxic when other people put in and say, "Oh, I've read 20 books this year," and people are like, "That's not that many." And
Is that it? Like that's more than one a month.
Yeah, and that's no one else's business. If you've only read 2 books this year and you love books, so what? Leave them be. Like you don't have to be a massive book nerd and read like every book. Do you know how many books? You're looking at all these books on my shelves, right, guys? I ain't read half of them. Like when these losers came on, they were like, "Have you read this?" I'm like, "No." Read this?
Yeah. We did actually do that.
Stop looking at it.
To be fair, every time I go to my house, I inspect the bookshelf to see if there's anything new on it.
Yeah, she does. I don't think I have anything new since last term.
To be honest, I feel like SJM has been ruined for me because of how much other people shove it down your throat.
Yeah, that is true. I'm going to just
novelty.
put positivity in there, though. Me and Sinead, when we were in Oxford, we said if we had to characterise all of us into the main characters from Throne of Glass, who would it be? So Bryce, Aileen, and Feyre. I want you to do it, Amy, and see if we got the same ones.
Yeah, go on, Amy.
I feel like Abbey would be Aileen.
Yeah.
Sinead, I don't know. I feel like you've got Bryce's attitude.
Okay.
So yeah, I'd probably say I'm Feyre because I'm the most docile out of us three.
That is literally what we said. She said that Sinead said, "I don't want to be Bryce, but out of us, I would have to be Bryce."
Yeah, the closest one.
Yeah, because you're really nurturing, Amy.
Yeah.
Aww. You're making me blush.
Yeah.
I'm the one you call if the issue's not been solved and you want someone to come in and fuck it up.
You would also be like Aileen, though, in terms of you'd come up with a plan and not tell any fucker until the last possible minute. And you'd be like, guys, by the way, this is how this is happening. And we'd be like, are you kidding me? It's literally in a minute.
Like, I'd already done it by myself. And you'd be like, you literally could have died. And I'd be like, and what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally me.
Yeah. Whereas Sinead's got that no bullshit, like, I will do what I want. I will fuck shit up, and you will fucking either get on with it or you will move. You will move out my way. Yeah, exactly.
Let me do a reenactment of how Sinead would go down one side. And what?
Like, I'm at a severe level of unbothered. If you want to argue with me, I'm just gonna okay you. You're gonna argue with me.
Yeah. And what?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Like, you think that you're gonna annoy me from my phone?
So block button for a reason.
Make it make sense.
Yes. Goodbye. We're obviously not always so depressing with how we see Booktok. Like, we do love Booktok, and it is funny 90% of the time. There's just them little weirdos that are on Booktok that try and ruin it for everyone else. If you have an opinion and no one else has the same opinion, who cares? Don't listen. Do what you want. Like what books you want. Don't listen to anyone else. You don't have to like all of the books that everyone else likes. You don't like Fourth Wing. You don't like Avatar. So what? Anyway, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.